It's time for winter themed books and Christmas horror. I'm so excited. Hello. My name is Nakia. Welcome to my channel. We are here for my December TBR. Now, if you've been paying attention, you normally get this video before my wrap up, but I had some technical difficulties. It has been getting darker sooner, as most of you know. You're experiencing the same thing. I tried to film my other video when it was way too dark in my apartment and it was just a mess. I had plugged in a lamp. It was giving me feedback. It was just, like I said, all kinds of things. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put the wrap up out first and I'm gonna redo the video properly. So here we are with our natural lighting earlier in the day. You're welcome. Let's just get into this video. I'm gonna start with a winter themed book that I am currently reading because why not? It is Voices in the Snow by Darcy Coates. Yes, I am attempting another Darcy Coates book. If you have been here before, you already know that I tried to read Carol Hunt and I ended up putting it on hold. I said DNF and then I said on hold. I'm still gonna say it's on hold. But this one intrigued me. It seems more like a thriller, but it still categorizes horror. I haven't got to that part yet. So let me just tell you what it's about. It is about a young lady named Claire who is in a snowstorm and she is frantically trying to get to her sister and her aunt. And then the next thing we know, she wakes up in this stranger's gothic house and he tells her that she had a car accident, but she does not remember this. And now she wants to get out of his house so she can get back to her aunt and sister, but she's injured and he's telling her there are things preventing her from leaving, such as the weather, etc. So it's also like a, trapped mystery type of situation. I will say I am about 30% of the way into it. At first I was like, okay, let's get something going, but it is just so much tension for me anyway. It reminds me of Survive the Night, where it's just these two people stuck together and one character, Claire, the main character, you just want her out of the situation. At least I do. I don't trust him. I don't care what he say. I don't trust him. So I'm enjoying it so far. I can't wait to see what's going to happen next because like I said, right now, there's been some weird spooky stuff, but nothing overtly supernatural yet. And this is part of a series, the Black Winter series. So if I enjoy it, I will continue with the series. But so far, it has given me all the cold, crisp vibes that I am not getting in California right now. So I read it at night or I close my shade, put on my little fireplace atmosphere on the TV, and I feel like it is cold and snowing outside. So that's book number one. Book number two will come as no surprise if you are a longtime subscriber because I read book number one of this series last year in December. So I still can't believe I've been reading consistently for a year and that I've been on BookTube for a little over a year now. But anyway, I digress. This book is Silent Night 2 by R.L. Stine. The first book was just so much fun. It's a shorter book, so I was like, you know what? This is going to be a busy month towards the end because of the holidays, so let me put a couple short books in here. Matter of fact, I think every book I chose is under 300 pages because like I said, I know I'm going to be busy. But this one in particular is probably around 200. But anyway, I won't say too much because this one continues with the character from book one, Reva Dalby, who is just this spoiled little, I guess, rich girl for back then. Her father owns the Dalby department stores, and as I said, she is just rude to everyone. She's just one of those like tropey characters where, she just thinks everyone is beneath her and filthy and doesn't know how to dress and doesn't know how to do everything that she knows how to do. So in the first book, some people were not happy with her and some things were happening to her around Christmas time, some mean pranks, but they started to go too far and we didn't know who was doing what because no one really liked her. And in this book, apparently, somebody tries to kidnap her. Now, I will say I didn't hate her after book one. I found some redeeming qualities about her. So I'm really curious to see how this one's going to go because I feel like, well, I don't want to spoil anything from book one, but I'm curious to see how this one goes. So I'm looking forward to it because like I said, book one was a lot of fun and I hope this one is too. All right. My next one is a thriller. Now, I like to mix it up and not just read all Christmas themed books, and I will also be reading more winter themed books in January because we get a little short window of winter time. But This next one is an anticipated book I had on my 2021 anticipated book releases video, and I still can't wait to read it. And that is Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. I'm sure you have heard about this everywhere, because I have. And the more I hear about it, the more excited I get to read it. I cannot wait. I'll probably be reading it this week coming up when I finish the Voices in the Snow book. But in case you don't know, this book is about a married couple. Their actual names are Mr. and Mrs. Wright, but they every year do, something special for the anniversary like all couples do. But the wife writes a letter to her husband that she never gives him. But this year they're going away on a trip. It looks like someplace snowy by the cover of the book. So of course I'm here for it. And she decides to give him the letters she had been keeping from him all these years. Also, there's an interesting twist to this story. The husband suffers from facial blindness, so he has a hard time recognizing what people look like, which is interesting with him being married and his wife and all of that. So I have some predictions already, but I can't wait to see. He's also a screenwriter, so not sure how that's going to play into the book, but again, I am looking forward to it. I just love the cover. Just look at it. First of all, I've said this many times, I love book covers with red and white, red, white, and black. I just love those colors together. So this is just, like I said, can't wait. And let's move on to my final book. All of these books are on my Kindle. Voices in the Snow is a Kindle Unlimited book. Pretty much all of Darcy Coates' books are Kindle Unlimited. And my Silent Night 2 book, I could not get a copy from my library, so I will be purchasing that on my Kindle as well. And I've said this many times, at my library anyway, I have a hard time getting a hold of new releases, so I will also be purchasing Rock, Paper, Scissors on my Kindle. But this next one, I was able to get a physical copy, so let's talk about it. This last one, I believe I talked about this book in my 21 books I need to read in 2021, which I am just making it. We're on the cusp. But this one I heard about last year around this time of year, but I did not get a hold of it, or I planned my TBR before I heard about this book, something like that. But this year I was like, we are going to read this book, and I'm talking about Secret Santa by Andrew Schaefer. And as I said, you probably have already heard about this book as well. This book is about a young lady named Lucy, not sure, Lucy. I'm going to say Lucy, but she gets a job at a publishing company. And when she gets there, she notices like a lot of the coworkers are playing pranks all the time. And but then they have a Secret Santa party and someone gives her a gift that has like this demonic doll or some kind of figure inside of it. And things start happening to her coworkers after she receives this gift. So she believes this demonic gift, entity, whatever that's here on this cover is responsible for these things happening to her coworker. And now she needs to figure out who gave her this gift, because clearly something ain't right here. I saw on Goodreads that this is The Office meets something. So apparently it's also supposed to have some comedy in it. It's also supposed to have 80s nostalgia, which if you don't know, I'm an 80s baby. I was born right before 1980. So I grew up in the 80s, but I still have a little love for the 70s as well. But yeah, so anyway, I am looking forward to this one. I want to read this one closer to Christmas though. Same with Silent Night, because the Christmas themed books I like to read closer to Christmas. So there you have it. So as always, I keep my TBRs pretty short and sweet. I am a slower reader because I have other things in life, and I just, I enjoy books for fun at my leisure. I don't spend a ton of hours reading, so I get about 4 to 5 books done a month, 6 if I'm lucky, if I have some novellas I throw in. So anyway, and because of the holidays, this is also a shorter TBR. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I gave you some, books that you may want to check out if you didn't know about them already. You can also check out my December wrap up from last year to find out what I read there. I read an interesting book last year, Dead of Winter, I believe it was called, YA horror book that takes place in the wintertime that not many people talk about. So you can check out that video to see what I had to say about that. Next year, hopefully I will have a recommendations video, but I got to get some more in my repertoire. So as I said, that is it for this video. Let me know in the comments if you live someplace like I do where it is not cold out, and what you do to get that cold wintry feeling. As I said, I put on my fireplace atmosphere and keep it a little crisper in my apartment, so that kind of helps. But anyway, I wish it was a little bit colder out. And also, let me know if you're also reading any of these books. I'll be curious to know. Let me know if you have any winter-themed recommendations or Christmas-themed books to recommend. I have quite a few on my list, but I am always willing to add more for next year. And if you don't have a comment, you can always leave me some kind of winter-themed emoji, a snowman, Christmas tree, whatever, candle. I like to leave those emojis for people as well. And no matter what, happy holidays. I have many videos coming this month because, as we know, this is the time to wrap things up. So you can look forward to my worst books of 2021, favorite books of 2021, and I think that's about it. We'll see. May have something extra coming. But that is all. So until next time, snuggle up in your hideaway with a good book, unplug as much as possible, be kind to all kind, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.